Yo. It's a country theme. I don't know why. I'm not sure. There we go. I'm always trying different things. I don't know how all this works. There's so many buttons in the world. I swear, I get tired of Google changing all the things. I don't know where my stats are, Google. Where? Oh, there they are. Let's see. Look at that. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tool Show. That's right. The Tool Show on Thursdays. It's not Friday. You know, I'm starting to come to the realization that this show happens actually on Thursdays, and it is not officially the end of the week. I think it's because it's after Labor Day, and now, here we go into the long slog that is going to be winter. Oh, I'm going to just try to stay zen with the moment in which I live, which is fall, and it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day here on September 4th, 2014. Are you guys doing great? It is good to see you. Welcome to the Tool Show. Greg is around here somewhere. I just saw him. I think he saw that the show was going on, and he's like, I gotta leave. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there he is. There he is. Do you have that? Oh, you have that old, that's a good shirt you got on. That's a good one. So if you are new to the Tool Show, welcome. You are hopefully watching at sagerock.com/live, and if you see, this is it, maybe here. See it here? Right over here on the right-hand side of the page. Do you see this part right here? Right here, this part? You can ask questions and leave comments. You should do that because it makes us happy. It makes us feel, sorry, I didn't clean any space for you, but I have our man, Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Leave a comment, leave a question. If you want to know something, put it in there and we'll maybe answer it. Maybe. How the heck are you today, buddy?
I'm okay.
Good. What a relief. It's good to see you. So today I thought we could talk about the exciting world of...
What happened to my microphone cord?
I don't know.
Stretched tighter than a hooker's. Never mind.
No! Hey now. I don't know why. I think it's like caught on, like maybe it's like a fish. I don't know. This is worse than Bill and Ted's. Like, was it Bill and Ted that had that show, that cable show in the basement?
They had that excellent adventure.
Excellent adventure. Yeah, right. So yeah, it's a fine. Only the finest here. So today we're talking about online education. Now I feel all bad. I have my junk all over your space. Have you ever taken an online class?
No.
You probably watched a video, right?
Sure.
You've been like, do you ever go to YouTube and watch how-to videos? You don't?
No. Yeah. Of course I do.
What do you like to learn how to do?
Well, I don't.
Okay, we don't want to get into
probably not appropriate.
All right. Well, like.
But I learned how to do it.
I bet you did.
Pretty good at it now.
I bet you did. There is a ton of how-to videos on YouTube, and if you haven't used them yet, you can learn anything like how to change your brakes, your brake pads and rotors, whatever you want. You want your rotors, you want just your pads. This is how I learned how to do it. And I mean, these people, how to change your brakes in 10 minutes? No, lie. I mean, maybe his video is 10 minutes. No way is it only going to take you 10 minutes, especially the first time. But do you know how much money you can save if you learned how to change your own rotors? What I learned is rotors are hella expensive. Just the material.
Yep.
They're crazy expensive. It's a lot of metal.
Well,
it's all shiny and
really heavy frisbees.
they are really heavy. I've been when I change my rotors, I'm like, I'm gonna take those to the scrap yard, and so I've been carrying around rotors in the back of my van for the last 6 months. But rotors are something that's very easy to do. You can totally change those yourself. How to change your oil, how to build a deck, how to build a house, how to make a video. Unbelievable the amount of tutorials in YouTube. It's amazing, right? I mean, I like to think about what we did before YouTube.
Well, there's a lot of missing gaps, though.
Really? What are you hoping?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna doubt.
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
Right.
But I'm gonna doubt that there's how to get a midget to star in your porn video.
Okay, well that's pretty specific.
I know. But that's an opportunity for someone.
I would say so. I would say how to start a porn business. Let's see. Startmyporncompany.com. Oh, wait, we're not going to look. I'm going to turn it off. It can't be good. What was going to be on that page, I'm sure. But you should do that one. How to find midgets for your porn studio.
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know. I mean, clearly you brought it up.
Well, I was just saying that there's gaps.
Gaps. That's true. That's true. And if there are, if that's the case, then I mean, you should get out there, my man, and work on those. So there's ad hoc education going on all over the place. But the reason I was inspired to do this is because I have been learning how to code in PHP. And I'm using codeacademy.com. And the reason I'm using it is because it's free, which is pretty good. I like that price. So, but the reason I got on this because there's waves of online education news, and so Code Academy is set to be used in schools as part of computer programming lessons. And this wasn't actually the one that I learned, but they just recently got funded. They're millions of dollars to teach people how to code. And the way it works is you get a free account here, and then you just move through these programs here, and it says, so this is the start. It says click and save to start to see how it all works. So this is the first one. So you're looking at your PHP code here, and you're like, oh, way to go! You pressed the submit button, yay! And then it says, why learn it? And then here you can, and they talk about it, and then it said here, it says, we've written a little PHP in the editor, but it's not complete. On the line 8, type my first line of PHP. Actually, I had already done it. So if I reset the code, you see this is it. So they're just starting you here. You're like, my first line of PHP code. And you can see what it's doing here is it's taking that and live updating it here over on this, And then if something goes wrong, then you'll see an error. If you take out this semicolon, you probably, or maybe not. I don't know if that semicolon is going to run. But here you can see there. And if you submit the code, then you'll be like, oops, looks like your paragraph tags are empty. Make sure you put, and so, actually, this is where this program actually starts to fall down. I'm not here to nitpick on anyone, but that's not actually the error. It says, it looks like your paragraph tags are empty. Make sure you type the phrase between the quotation marks. And so it would have been better if it would have said, oh, well, actually, you forgot to put your quotation mark, And so then, but you just move through these, and then when you get to a certain level, you get a little, I don't know,
Do you get to
badge.
do
What?
like a 20 go to 10
I haven't gotten there
to
yet.
print hello and like an endless loop?
I have made a lot of loops, yeah.
Nice.
Endless loops, and but that's just all how you. So I've got that's how you learn. So I've gotten like 11 badges so far, and you can just go on and on. And they like Code Academy teaches. How to make a website, how to make an interactive website, JavaScript, HTML, jQuery, PHP, Python, Ruby, animate your name. And they're just, I think everything on this site right now is free. So if you want to learn how to code, Code Academy is pretty great. I gotta say, however, that from a coding perspective, what beats the multi-million-dollar coding site hands down is how to learn Python the hard way. And this guy here has written a book, and he's trying to get people to buy the book for, or videos, I don't know, for $29.95. But if you just scroll down, you can read it free online. And really, this was how it was before. Like this was this is pretty much all the site was, but now I think he's like trying to make some money because it's very, very popular. And I have to say, this is so much better than Code Academy. This guy, he shows you how to set up a working environment of Python on your Mac or your PC, and you're running these in the actual Python program. He's just an amazing, amazing teacher. And I was going to go through this. I probably have gotten through about 15 or 16 of these exercises, but what I really wanted was to be able to program online for web-based apps, and Python can be run online, but there's much more availability for PHP. So I stopped this and then I went to PHP, and I'll tell you, a guy I know who's a programmer, he told me to start here because Python he's like, it's a great learning language, it's very powerful. And sure enough, you go over to PHP and it is a nightmare comparatively. PHP is much more difficult to figure out, much less intuitive. And on top of that, they don't have this guy, which is awesome. This guy is awesome. So if you're looking to build desktop apps or something like that, desktop programs, Python is awesome. It's awesome. So there's, that's that. This is just how I started thinking about this, is this, like I started with this how to learn Python the hard way, and then I went over to Code Academy, and then I'm like, wow, I really want to learn more and more about this. And the big giant in this environment are MOOCs. Have you ever heard this word MOOC?
No.
No, I can't even remember what it stands for. What does MOOC stand for? So it's like something massive, online. Let's see, define MOOC. A course of study made available over the internet without charge to a very large number. Okay, a massive open online course. There you go. That's what it stands for. And so
it's like this.
Oh,
but
yeah.
with more people.
Exactly.
And probably more educational.
Yeah, probably with qualified people. Yes. In fact, that's true. That's right, because they're run by big-time universities. So so this talks about the history of MOOCs, and they date all the way back to 2012. Do you remember 2012? Oh, we were so young then.
Joan Rivers was still alive.
She was still alive. May she rest in peace. And she doesn't have to get any more plastic surgery because in heaven, I'm sure that if there's plastic surgeons in heaven, I'm just leaving. I'm just going out. I'm just like down to hell for me.
Bill Cosby was still alive.
Bill Cosby was? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. There were a lot of people still alive back then. Yeah.
I was still alive.
Yeah. Oh, those were the days. So there are three main MOOCs in the world these days: Udacity, edX, and Coursera. Okay, they're the big three. And this article here, I'm going to just put a link to this article on our, you can read. It's a huge article, but it's very comprehensive. A good, comprehensive article on MOOCs. Okay, so the deal is that I'm not going to go through all of this article because it takes just 10 minutes just to read. But they do a nice job here of kind of outlining what is a MOOC. And so they say, well, actually it's kind of changed as time has, since 2012. I mean, Jesus, people, what couldn't happen in 2 years or less? So it says they provide courses with a beginning and an end, which makes them distinct from other a la carte education courses like Khan Academy, where you pick and choose lessons. Also, the majority of MOOC courses are an university-level subject matter from university faculty, though that is gradually changing. They are entirely online rather than a hybrid. And they are open in two important senses. They are free, and they have no... Are you calling us?
No.
Great. All right. Good. You don't have to be a student at the university offering the MOOC, so anyone with internet access can get started. Advocates of the first MOOC say they should be open in another important sense, that all the content be freely distributed for reuse. That is very uncommon, and most providers, including these, limit to the use of their material off of their sites. If opening license is important to you, Coursera, edX, and Udacity wouldn't be in the running for best provider. Not surprisingly, a complete course online that is free and open to anyone will attract massive interest. The classes can have hundreds or even hundreds of thousands of students, so they're too large to get any one-on-one interaction from the teacher. However, you rely on the support of other students and the discussion forums that come with them. So they're like, well, what does it cost? And they're like, well, they're free. Well, sort of. So some are free, and then some are so Udacity, for example, you buy access to an individual course on a monthly basis, which is typically $150, and then you work through the course at your own pace. So the actual cost depends on you. If it takes you longer, it could, if you can't get through it in a month, it's going to be more. Coursera and edX don't have personal upgrades like Udacity's course experience, so they don't charge any kind of access, but they do offer two tiers of SOA, which statements of access, I don't know what that means. One is free and one's for a fee. So a free SOA is an honor system certificate that doesn't verify your identity, and a verified SOA requires that you use a webcam and a government ID to confirm your real identity. Coursera's verified SOA is available on some courses called Signature Track, cost about $40 or $50, and so on. So that's the deal. You're learning and you're getting a certificate from these places. This is for real stuff. The downside is there is huge fall off. You start with 100,000 people, and they suggest that maybe 10% make it all the way through. People get tired or bored or whatever. The other thing important about a MOOC is that they are scheduled. So you're signing up for a class, and it's just like a class. So you're moving as a group. It's not like on demand. So that's sort of interesting. And then it says the size of the catalogs. Here you can see Udacity has 38 active courses, edX has 173, and Coursera 660 courses at some point. At a given time, about 85 are active. So they go on there, and then finally, I don't want to talk about partners, difficulties. They have discussion forums. Some have apps. So there's no sign. As of writing, Coursera has an iOS, an Android, and Kindle app. Udacity has an iOS, an Android, and edX doesn't have any. There's no sign of any of them for Roku or smart TV. So you can see, that if apps are important to you. And then it says down here, finally, it says which one's the best. And he's like, well, I don't want to say, but then he says. Coursera is the safest bet for general interest MOOC browser, hoping to find something to catch their interest. edX is where I would start searching if I was primarily interested in science classes, particularly from elite schools. And Udacity's freeware MOOCs work best for self-directed learners who just want to watch the videos and try exercises. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, so let's see. Actually, let's see. We got already. Hey, do you guys touch on internet marketing at all? Well, it's so funny you should mention that, Dan HD. I saw this event at a meetup in which describes a webinar on internet marketing. Well, oh, look at there. So, so do we ever talk about internet marketing? Well, the whole point of this, Dan, is, and welcome, Dan, welcome. The point of this is that when you are talking about web marketing, you have a couple choices. You can pay somebody to do it, or you can learn your web marketing, right?
And is that what this is about?
What's that? This whole class?
That's what you were tying this about?
Yeah, well, I mean,
I didn't
guess
know where it was going.
Well, I like the fact that Dan's like, so when are we going to be talking about web marketing? And I think there's a couple connections here. Mm-hmm. And the first connection is there are a variety of places that you can learn about web marketing. These are places. There's another place called Market Motive.
Not here, though, apparently.
Okay, yeah, all right. Dan wants some marketing. Get a blog, Dan. There you go. There. Does he feel better? I think he feels better.
I don't know how he feels.
Thank God. Thank God. And then tweet it. Now, my marketing is done. So at any rate, so now you've learned marketing and you've learned how to learn about marketing. See, I'm teaching you how to fish, Dan. I'm teaching you how to fish. So here's a place where you can learn about marketing called Market Motive. They have a really top-notch group of teachers, okay? So, and you can see here, these are things that you can learn. This is marketmotive.com. And usually if you click on one of these, they'll tell you what the price is, and it's not cheap. It's like, well, wait, pricing info, hold on, wait a second. So yeah, so here, self-paced is $300 a month, coached master certification, $1,995. So, but the benefit is that the teachers are really great. Matt Bailey teaches on here. He always gets high regards. Avinash Kaushik, the leader in analytics. So Market Motive is good. But the other reason I wanted to point this out is because we have something called the SageRock system, which has a paid thing, but I wanted to bring it up because we have just released a series of free classes. So if you go to that link, system.sagerock.com/members, you can sign up for free, just like you go to this page and you click on this button right there. Yes, you click on it, and you can register for free, and there's, I don't know, about half a dozen classes that you can take for free right then and there about web marketing. And so that's kind of why I wanted to sort of tie this all in, because we're very heavily into the education realm of marketing, and we have about 230 different classes on here, and there certainly are paid things. I'd love for you to take. I'll show you. Like, there's a series of different. We have 3 different levels of service. So we have on-demand training for $19 a month. We have live coaching, which gets we work through a series of classes, a lot like a MOOC. So right now we're doing video, and I like those because it keeps you on task. And then the complete SageRock system includes a comprehensive tool system. It's actually, we use Raven Tools, which is $99 a month as it is. So like if you're going to get Raven Tools, you should just get it through us because it's the full Raven Tools plus all this other stuff. So at any rate, this is the SageRock system. And the other thing, another place where you can learn a lot is lynda.com, okay? So thousands and thousands of classes here.
Do they have web marketing classes?
They do. So Dan could check those out. So like he could go over here and he could learn SEO. So here, oh, and in fact, here, look, here's Matt Bailey now. See, look at that guy. Ah, that handsome guy. See there? So he has the keyword strategy in-depth class right here at Lynda. He just really, I can't say enough about him. He's really great. This is a 4-hour and 14-minute course put out February 27th, 2014. And that's important because as I talk to people about online learning, one of the things they say is this stuff gets stale. So, you know, and I think that does happen, that people record classes and then they just try and market them, and then the courses, you know, I mean, if you made a course like, what's your webcast about? Hey, Dan. All right. So do you provide specific points during the talk? Say we pointed you to a site. Say, oh, yeah. Dan, put your site in, buddy. Let's do it. I'll give you some tips. Just put it in. So, Dan, this is a class that we do weekly. So we do it every Thursday at 3:15, and we talk about a lot of things. And this just so happens to be about learning, which is, you know,
hard for some people.
It's hard for some people, yes. Like, I think sometimes they just want to be told what to do. And yes, we sometimes and very often like to do site reviews. But sometimes you just have to learn, you know. And so in today's episode, we're just learning how to learn about web marketing. That's all. So sign up for the classes. I mean, I got a bunch of free classes you can like learn for hours for free. I would love that. So anyways, yes. But fear not, Dan. Put in your site. I'll look at it. Other places. Oh, and incidentally, like those code places, learning HTML, very relevant to web marketing. If you want to do SEO, you should understand how to write good HTML. There you go. So, anyways, here are these sites: Coursera. You know, I don't need to go through them. Plus, you know, edX. There's tons. You know, Anthropology of Current World Issues, Solar, Energy. Just tons of amazing stuff. Introduction to Linux. Want to learn, you know, what your website runs on? Learn Linux, for God's sake. Udacity. Here's developing Android apps. You want to like get to the top of the search engine, get an app, build an app, for God's sake, will ya? So there's all these courses here. And also, if you learned how to code, you could create something that would be compelling. You want me to? All right. You like that people would be interested in to. You know, that would be compelling content. And compelling content is one of those things that people will link to and appreciate and share in social media, which is great marketing. You become a coder that can code things on an Android app, an iPhone app, or in PHP, and you can make awesome apps that people would love and link to. Because content is king. It is, for God's sakes. Here, I'm going to stop with the whole listing of things. And I'm going to give you this one last list, which is I have created a Twitter list, okay, of the leading online education resources. So you can follow this a couple I find interesting. Okay. So you can follow these sites and learn about all the different courses that are out there. Super awesome. All right, Dan, my man. Wait, Dan, man. Sorry, pressed the wrong button. There. I'm going to give you a little juice. because I like you. You're like a pit bull with these questions, keeping me on track. Where do I want to travel? Where do you want to travel? Iceland.
Okay.
Let's go there. Let's do it. Iceland. There are no results. Okay, problem. If you're going to put a search box in, you better be able. Okay, how
We
about
currently support Seattle, New York, San Francisco, Philadelphia, Oahu, Maui,
Yeah. All right.
Hawaii, LA,
There it is.
Washington, New Orleans.
Okay, scratch the search bar and just put those links up there. There you
Yeah.
go. I
New
think-
York. Type in New York.
All right.
I want to go to New York.
All right. Who doesn't? Like, oh, I'm so glad you asked. We know a lot about it. Okay, here we go. Trip planners. I can plan an itinerary.
Why are there a bunch of women?
And I can book it.
Why are there a bunch of women? Up
I don't
there?
know. The site's disorienting. We need to acclimate myself. Like trip tips. Where do I want to travel? So like they're saying I go on here and then I can pay Jackie here $60 to go to New York.
Is she gonna go with me?
I would now. That's different because she seems cute. And Sarah, same with Sarah Rolliston. I would definitely hang out with Sarah. That's not what she looks like.
I'd hang out with Rich too,
He looks good. I'd hang
looks
out with all
cool.
these people.
but I don't know. I mean, $70.
I mean, yeah, Rich. I mean, for 30 more, you could hang out with Sarah.
So I
you know,
think
I'd go with
these
Sarah.
are trip
These are
planners,
trip planners that
I'm
want
guessing.
money, which is cool.
but not very clear.
No, I thought I was going to get a tip about some trips, and what I'm really going to do is,
I thought they were just gonna give me hotel prices.
yeah. This needs to be more clear, and you can't just type in any city. Don't press search. Just get there. There you go. See? Look at there, Dan. You got marketing. Ah. All right, everybody. Thank you for all your participation and insight. That was good. All right, and I love it. All right. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Okay, yeah,
All right,
that's
bye.
it. That's it. Okay. All right, everybody, have a great week, and maybe next week we will talk about, I don't know,
Marketing.
marketing or not. You should come and find out. Bye.